Hello, guys. Good morning. My name is Prince Wonder, MD Wonderfund. Welcome back to our midweek live analysis. Now, as usual on the program, we tend to look at the financial markets, crypto, forex, try to see what the market is doing, where the market is headed, and how we can make the most of these market directions, right? Because the point of basically every analysis is to determine where the market is likely going to go to, and then also, take a trade, make use of that information. There really isn't any point to knowing the market's direction and not doing anything about it. Okay. So, of course, as always, we're also going to be looking at pairs that you guys recommend. So if you have any pairs you want me to look at, you can just drop them in the comment section in the group, and we'll also take a look at them. All right. So without further ado, let's just hop on to our charts. All right. So I was doing some pre-analysis, and I was taking a look at BTC. And mostly what I saw was the move Bitcoin has been making or made is sort of kind of like a breakout and retest, right? So if you've been following our analysis, you know basically what the zone is. I've been using the same charts for analysis every week, and this is our zone, and we're basically, well, it's a breakout and retest. So I don't think our sell is over yet. We didn't actually even really break within this zone. We basically just kissed and bounced off. So still expecting a drop here, or probably still further down to our key resistance within 19 to $18,000. So for now, I'm looking forward to a sort of bullish continuation, pull up before a bearish, well, the full bearish move. Basically, what I'm saying is this is a breakout and retest for a bearish continuation. I don't think the market's direction has changed just yet, but if you want, you'd probably just wait. You see further confirmation around 22,400. So basically, my bias here is on a sell for BTC. Let's place my SL up there, my TP all the way down here. So that's is my outlook for BTC. Now, likewise, you probably see the same kind of structure on alternate coins. Yeah. So for ICP, basically the move we predicted last time was to see how the market reacted to this zone, but it actually took out my stop loss for the sell side. It still sold, but not before hitting our SL. You can see the full drop. We actually even broke below our anticipated or expected zone. Now, coming further, obviously, this market has changed from that channel trend, but I think the resistance trend line is still valid here. So I think we're still probably still going to head up here within this zone before we take a sell. So yeah, just watch a little uptrend, just a little more for you to get a better entry, and then take a sell. Uh, this time around, I'll give a little more room for my SL, seeing as it got taken out the last time. So I just put that a little above there. Yeah. So something like this. Now this is on the premise. This sell is on the premise that we actually do reverse from, or that we still hold $21,000, right? But if we're actually going to drop a lot below that, my TP would probably be extended a little further down to say 4.7. The odds on this are actually really crazy. So if you're going to do this, maybe guide your trade a little jealously. Yeah. So I'm just going by the market direction here. All right. So I got a request from Mr. Samwood Digital this morning for IMX. think it's my first time analyzing this pair. Okay, so February 2022. Listing date. To make me dead. How did you guys enjoy your Valentine? I mean, nobody even say may they show me love. Now, so I say be bad person reach. I don't say my bad character never reach like this. So what's up? Nobody even say please so take go buy chicken that kind of thing. Now so life be. So we should show love. Be your brother's keeper. Brother, me, singular. Every other person, may they go talk them. Okay, so IMX was a resistance, obviously. Obviously, we're not breaking above this resistance. That bit is actually clear. So probably confused. Consolidating, sorry, not confused. Consolidating here. I don't think we're going to break out of this, so probably still stake up on a sell for IMX. But of course, if it breaks out of this, it's actually going to be a very, very wild move to the upside. Probably all the way up here, but I'm just going to break down all the resistance zones here. All right, so these are the key resistances after the market breaks this level. So we have a straight up 50% movement, 100%. So you just get to decide, see. But personally, I'm not holding out to see a breakout for price from that resistance. Not right now, anyways. So leaning more on a sell based off of what the rest of the market is doing. Anyways. So we're holding out for a sell, but still keep your fingers crossed. This is actually slightly possible. Possibly 20-30% chance that it could happen. So bad as a bad. Now we actually do have a bearish divergence. This is the daily time frame. Yeah? So this is a bearish divergence. I think that started here. So we've been forcing this price movement all the way from $0.69 from this resistance. Basically, it's been just one forced move all the way up. So we have a very big sell coming. That's really not debatable here. So yeah, my sell bias actually still stands for me. So just hold out to that. Look for a good entry, possibly somewhere here, yeah, 1.189 to get the most out of it. My SL all the way down there. Okay. So yes, we actually still have a nifty one ratio 2.46. All right. So ETC, Ethereum Classic, is actually used to be one of my favorite pairs to trade until well, it became old cargo. I don't know. I still prefer a lot of old pairs compared to the new ones. They have they're much better for scalping. Well, in my opinion, anyways, they have more mature routine traders, and it just helps the chart look a lot better, neater. I don't know if it's just me, I prefer them. Okay, see, support and resistance works in mysterious ways. So that's actually what I wanted to confirm. You can see my support and resistance just lap perfectly. I was trying to confirm it from here, but I would have probably drawn it from all the way down here. So I had to confirm where that zone is. Okay, so based off of what we have here, it actually does look like we're at a support for Ethereum Classic. Let me break this down to a lower time frame. Okay, so firstly, we're in a range here of base. Yeah. I'm actually, why do I feel like I'm giving a lecture on analysis right now? Okay, okay, so this is where we're at. I don't think anybody can argue with this logic we have here. So these are base support, middle, top. So we're basically just rejecting and trading off of these levels within this general range. Now it looks like we're pulling up to a resistance. All things being equal, this is what we should see next. Pull up, drop. Yeah. So this is possibly what we should see next. Mostly off of what I'm getting from the RSI. We actually do have a slight bullish continuation. I don't expect this to push the market up by a lot. Uh, I've seen the 4-hour charts and I don't know, it's 50-50. So instead of taking a sell from here, basically immediately the market gets there, you could wait to see consolidation, right? Wait to see a little consolidation to basically point out what the market is going to do next. Wait for the market to consolidate, then confirm the trend before you sell because it looks like we still have a lot of room to grow. So it's very possible we could push all the way up here. Although I'm not seeing the catalyst for that off of my chart, but based off of the market's trend, this is actually very likely. So that move up from there to $23 is actually very likely. That's the give or take 10% price movement. So you don't want to miss out on that. Now, on a larger time frame, you see we're actually holding up at a support because clearly we've broken out and we're ranging above that zone. So this is actually a support for price, and we could actually have a bullish continuation. Okay, so I just spotted something that I think is interesting. Hmm. Okay, so this actually makes a lot of sense now that trying to relate it to the rest of the market, right? It explains why we still have a lot of room to go um, into our overbought on this time frame because our overbought really isn't our target here. Our target is this trend line, which is our resistance, right? So, yeah, there's actually there's actually a very good chance we could still drop from here. So, yeah, but still, just watch and see because we could still break that and push up. So if we do, would have that big uptrend. So I'll probably add this to my watch list. So I'll check back later and see the development probably in an hour or two to see how it's going and how we should be reacting to that. I'll send an update in the group. Okay, so dusk. All right, guys, I'll get to the pairs you sent in the group. Just following how they were sent. Okay, so my brother, Mr. Service. Now, I'm not analyzing um, futures or sports. I'm analyzing what the market is doing. I'm basically just pointing out what the market is doing. If it's going to go up, see, an analysis is pretty much to tell you what price is doing and where it's probably going to go to next. It's entirely up to you now to decide where you want to trade, how you want to use that information. If you're trading spot and you see a sell coming for price, you basically just leave the market. But then if you're trading and then you see a sell coming for price, you could actually also flip that and take a sell position, right? So it's entirely up to you of what you want to do. Yeah. So if you want to take a buy, you want to just abstain from the market. So it's entirely up to you to use the information you get from your analysis to take a trade. Okay. So I'm not analyzing sports or futures, margin, whatever. I'm just analyzing the market, trying to see what the market is doing, and we're just going to react accordingly. So everybody has an instrument that they trade, whether it's sports, futures, whatever. So it's entirely up to you to make use of the information to the best of your abilities. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so this one actually really is a clear sell for me. I'm just trying to see if there's any additional information on this chart because we've basically hit our resistance. This is actually what I'm expecting on all the other pairs. Um, Pull up, resistance, breakout, retest, and that bearish continuation. Um, I mentioned that for BTC. That's actually what I'm expecting. So pull back up within that zone and then we take that sell. So that's what I'm expecting there. And it looks like this has actually hit its resistance and well, starting to sell. So you could actually straight up take a sell position from where the market is right now, or sell your tokens based off of what I was saying earlier about you using the information as you see fit. So it was taking a sell all the way down there. 34%, that's actually a very big sell for dusk. So yeah, watch that. All right, so I believe I got a pair AVAX. Okay. All right, so apt first. Okay, so this one actually seems quite straightforward and simple. We're already taking a sell, just follow that. So analysis are not difficult because they're already in some positions for you to move. Others, you need to look very carefully before you see what the market is doing. So recognize. Um, just to provide you guys with some additional information so it doesn't look like I guessed my way into this one. See that lower high. Okay, so that's a channel, a sell, taking us back down here, possibly lower. I don't think this is the next support deal. Well, I have to go back a little to confirm. There should be one in the middle there. Okay, so this was a new listing on Binance. Alright, so we'll just work with what we have. So that's a sell coming here first. 17%, more ratio 1.8. Decent at least. So apt. Solana. Solana. So the same play on Solana. Looks okay. This is a divergence, but yeah, you get the picture. We're already selling here. Reversal from our overbought. Already selling. We have a short-term support there. So we have two targets. Could either be $20 or 18.5. Personally, I'll go with 18.5. Reason being that we've been bouncing off of this. I don't think we're going to form a range there. I think we're going to break it. So just follow that. So this is my target. Okay, I think I skipped FTM. Okay, so I'm getting a different vibe from this one. Like it's trading above resistance. So for this, probably want to wait for additional confirmation because the fact that we have a bearish divergence and the market looks like it's already dropping doesn't necessarily mean it could just be a retest and a bullish continuation here. This is the bearish divergence I mentioned. So it's an exaggerated divergence here. So yeah. Well, we've broken out of that resistance, regardless of what the RSI is saying. You need to see a pullback in before you take a sell. Well, until so long as we remain above this, probably still a little bullish there. But should in case we're on a sell side, this is our target. But for now, be bullish, please. Okay, AVAX. Personally, I think I'm basically just seeing the same things on all these crypto pairs. Probably flip this from here for a short term. Take a sell. Personally, maybe don't take the buy though. Wait to see if you can take a sell from here. Where the market is now, RR really is no good. So wait and take a sell from within this zone. Should we go there? So yeah, we can put a take profit here. So you see, like I said, our RR isn't good on this one. So just wait and see if you can get a better entry within this zone. You see the difference, right? Sometimes you have to, well, every time you have to play the numbers. I think I've said that a little too much on this program. Okay, guys, we need to switch to FX. Well, let me just take one more pair. Um, LDO USDT. I'm not sure I can really carve this into a channel. Let me try and see. Hmm, what do you know? It is. Okay, so I actually tried not to use this first week here, but obviously it's rhymes, right? And even if we do take out that first week, we still have this top and that top to go with for our resistance. So, but well, if you have two, obviously this really isn't a coincidence. So this is our channel, but at the same time, we still have our support and resistance to consider. Now, this is actually a very short-term analysis. follow those zones, you see how they just align with past price action, right? So very important, support and resistance. It's on top. I'm a little indecisive on this one. Really don't know where to lean right now. So this is actually already consolidating, so maybe a little more time will get um confirmation as to where it's going to go to. All right, so let me take Kanto, and that's that. Hmm, this pair looks very volatile. It's very volatile. Well, you could take a buy here. This, off of what I'm saying here, it doesn't look like this follows the traditional market movement, BTC and its correlation with alternate coins. So you can actually take a buy off of this. Um, the problem is its volatility could create a very wild vacuum there. So I don't know if I think this will be more suited to someone who is comfortable risking a little more than they're expecting to gain, right? Because if you place a stop loss anywhere but where I set it right now, we could really still have that move. But then risk to reward ratio really isn't anything to write home about. So I think this is more a pair suited to someone who trades it consistently and understands how it moves. So instead of having one entry, you could place several entry at these points. So in case it does reverse, you get the most out of this. Okay, guys, so that's that for today. The experience is coming up, and as we've been talking for the last couple of weeks, Wonderful the experience is our way of celebrating our yearly anniversary, or marking our anniversary yearly, and it's just one time where we get other you know, accomplished people in their respective fields to come into the Wonderful community to give something to share their experiences. Experience is always the best teacher, but like I said, it doesn't have to be your experience. It could be the experience of someone else that guides you and prevents you from making mistakes that they already made, right? So, guys, we're going to need your help to share the flyers, because I need this to get to as many people as possible. I've done my best to invite some really, really busy guys who are going to be sharing a lot with you guys, and I need that to get to as many people as possible. So it's worth the effort, right? All right, guys. So thank you for coming out this morning. The video for analysis session, or the analysis we just did, is going to be on YouTube in a couple of minutes. So please like, share, subscribe. Have a nice day. Have a profitable trading week.